Hey guys, this is KSFX back again for another skill video. This one's actually going to be a short one. It's just going to be about laser rifle, and a skill that I call Rook checkmating. We'll actually go into that in a minute. First of all, we have the laser rifle. Laser rifle is the most important skill in PvP, in my opinion. It really is, because you can use it everywhere. It goes through all of the level obstacles, and it is the length of the entire level, even the longer ones. The only one that's longer than it that I know of is maybe the new Odessa Streets one. I haven't actually used it very much on that. And the Deathmatch, the old PvP, Deathmatch Classic, the snow level. So that is the only one that they can really escape. You see, even he's on the other side of the screen right now. Even way over here, bam, hit him. That's 10k damage, really great range. You saw the laser combo. You can use the laser combo is a great place to use it, but probably the best thing it's used for is in Brawl. Slayers like to fight each other a lot, so they'll always hunt down the next highest level Slayer and go duke it out with them. And you'll see them in the corner having fun. And I've actually been called a level obstacle. Back in the day, it was actually pretty funny. People let me just laser the crap out of them in brawls and stuff, because Slayers usually have better gear too. So you have like a Weapon Master and a Soul Bender fighting up here, and the Weapon Master has the Soul Bender in like a 30-hit combo. So I go ahead and break it at 20, and they both kind of laugh and continue what they're doing, and curse out my name and my family. So maybe come after me. Sometimes when it gets that 3-person brawl where you got like one person there, one person here, and one person across the screen, and nobody wants to do anything about it, you're about the only class that decides how that goes. Because say you're the one over here, that means there's one person in each corner, and you could be like, alright, well this corner's gonna die. And now you go again, you get to decide basically who you want to fight in the grand finals here. Chances are when you use your laser, it's going to basically be an all call for everybody on the map to come find you, because before you can fire a second one, because you probably did a lot of damage to multiple people, especially if you're good at lining them up. I'm pretty good at lining them up. I usually get a lot of people in my laser blasts nowadays, especially with Eagle Eye. Now Eagle Eye makes you invisible. This guy will hear the laser but not know where it is. So I've done some funny things. Like it's a very awesome psychological move. I've actually charged up the laser down here, and the guy can hear it. He hears whoop 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 whoop, and bam, he comes down to try to avoid it, which leads me to my skill here, my technique. Okay, now we have Dale up in the corner here. A lot of people like to hide from launchers this way by going into the corner, and I actually encourage this because this is a really good thing for me. So I get about here, I fire a stare, he moves up. I fire a Gatling, he keeps moving up. I fire a flamethrower, he's still moving up even higher. But then you get the laser, and you don't aim for him in the corner because, he'll just dodge that too. I mean, he just dodged all the rest of your skills, so why wouldn't he dodge that? So what you do is, if you guys know what checkmating is in chess with Rooks, Rooks can only shoot, or can only damage things in their path. So what you do is you take your Rook, which is, say, at the bottom of the screen here, you move him up, and you get the King in check. Now the King can either move up or down, but let's say you have another Rook on the level right below it. So you have 2 Rooks right next to each other. He can only move up. Then you take the bottom King, move him up 1 square. Take the bottom King, the bottom Rook, sorry, bottom King. Take the bottom Rook, move him up 2 squares. The next one, move them up 2 more squares. So they're basically passing each other. They're leapfrogging each other. But what they're doing is they're making the entire board unsafe for the King, because the King can't move through this kind of, old school video game laser blast going across the stage, if you will. So that's the idea of Rook checkmating. What I do is I fire a stare, they move up, I fire a Gatling to chase them, but I don't intend to hit them, I just fire the Gatling, and then I pull the laser out right there, and I just wait. Now, lag makes you miss this a lot, so don't get too upset, but right now I have a 10,000 damage laser, and as you can see, while we were waiting, my laser cooled down, so it's not like I blew a cooldown. I could use the laser immediately again. So the Rook checkmating is to sit here like this till he comes out of the corner. He has no move that can hit you, unless he's a mech. If he's a mech, shoot him, because mechs are more likely to sit there and try to detonate right now, and they're fodder for the laser. So laser is overpowered against mechs, just aim right at them. But all other classes don't have any moves which can hit you. There's no move anybody could use that could hit you. So you just wait, and they'll eventually have to come out of that corner, and when they do, bang, 10,000 damage, just like that. Leads me to another one. Let's say you have a couple people fighting. If you know they're going to be a while, one thing you can do is the double laser, which is kind of funny. You wait for it. They heard the charge up a while ago, but they haven't heard the laser. Maybe they're busy with their own stuff and they just don't care. You can see my laser has cooled down. So I can fire it once, and then immediately fully charge it. And they'll get up, and they might be a little off their game, like, ah crap, we need to get out of this corner. You can usually get them with the second one, because they're not expecting you to use the same move twice in a row. Laser is the only move like that. The charge doesn't have a maximum time. So it's a 9-second cooldown, 1-second charge. You wait 8 seconds, and if you're not bothered in Brawl or something for 8 seconds, you can fire it. Another place it often happens, though, is when you're around here. I don't recommend this spot. This is probably the worst spot for launchers. But let's say he is below me right now. I can't really go through these barrels, so I can either stand here or here. And I prefer to stand here because it's further away from them. I'm a launcher. I don't want to deal with it. So I'll charge up here, and I won't fire. Now, eagle eye's on, let's say. Another thing is, too, it's important to notice when your eagle eye is on when it's off. Right now it's off. Right now it's on. So now he can't see where I'm standing. So I'm standing here. I haven't fired. He thinks I'm camping him. He thinks that I'm just waiting for him to move up or down, so he'll go along this axis. 8 seconds is plenty of time when he thinks that you're trying to get him, bait him up and down. You fire it, then you immediately pull out another one, and you fire it a second time. Chances are you'll get him with both. That's a lot of damage. That's 20k. That's usually either half to a quarter of everybody's health. So there you go. Double laser, Rook checkmating. The Rook checkmating is probably my favorite because it is all psychological warfare. It's a standoff. You and him. Who's gonna blink first? And your laser's ready usually before either of you blink, so it's no harm, no foul. It's just a fun little standoff to see if they can figure out how to get out of the corner and whether you can catch them even with the lag and blast them in the face. So I say give it a try. It's a lot of fun. Alrighty guys, that's the laser. Have fun. You guys saw the laser combo in a different video, so I'm not gonna go over that. But I love me some laser. It is my strongest move, I think, in PvE and PvP. If you combine the usefulness, gauge everything. How much mana does it use? How many enemies does it hit? What's the range? What's the danger to me for using it? How often do I use it? I would say that laser is where I get most of my damage, unless people are in my face. And then I'd say that it is, of course, comboing them into anything, including a laser. Alrighty, see you guys later.